those guys with those wigs, that was all because of syphilis.
Look at that thing on his cheek.
Yeah, that's a hole. It's a syphilis hole in his cheek. So they would have literally their fucking skin would be rotting out. Yeah. And so that was there's all these. That was like a guy who had syphilis on his head. Look at that. Like literally, his fucking head is rotting. He's got holes in his head.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the noses would fall off. Syphilis was wild, and they didn't know what it was, right? So they had no idea what was happening while their fucking cheeks were falling off. Wow. And you could look inside their face and see their teeth.
I wonder.
Look at that lady. Her nose fell off.
How did they name it syphilis? Was that from somebody?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Who
are the brothers? Who are those brothers?
Yeah, I was trying to find that.
That article you just had those guys.
I know,
in
but
it.
it didn't say.
Oh, it didn't
just
say?
talked about Louis the 6th, 17th, 15th.
Wow.
So it was so many of those people back then. Well, they were wild people back then. Just fucking. There was no condoms, right? And they all would give each other diseases, and they didn't even know what it was. They didn't even know what diseases. Like back then, they had if the plague came, they thought it was like ghosts and shit. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. They didn't know what was the cause of it because they hadn't really isolated bacteria and viruses. They didn't really know. So when they got syphilis, they had no idea what was happening to them. So these dudes got wigs. And the bigger the wig, the more rich you were because you could afford some crazy-ass wig. So they were all going bald and all fucked up and going crazy.
Heads falling off.
Yeah, hair falling off, everything. Big holes in your face. It's wild shit.
Don't call me no big wig.
Yeah, that's the origin of the term bigwig.
Wow.
But if you still I think in certain courts to this day in England, they still wear those powdered wigs.
Just for tradition.
Yeah, and the tradition started because of syphilis.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, don't think that's why I got on a wig, okay?
That's not what I'm thinking.
Okay. I ain't got no holes in my head.
But today they just have penicillin. They give you a shot of penicillin and it goes away.
Yeah, I just got on there because I don't want to be fucking with my real hair because it draw up in the heat. I ain't got, my wig ain't big.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand. No worries.
Hey, don't get confused. Don't think all the black women out here big wigs and shit.
Well, it was white people back then. Look at all those people in France.
Wow. If only they had a bus to come pick them up and take them to
to the syphilis center. I wonder who was the first person to figure out how to fix that. What's up?
This doesn't. I looked up why they're still wearing it. This is the reason they say on how stuff works.
Many uniforms, wigs are an emblem of anonymity, an attempt to distance the wearer from personal involvement, and a way to visually draw on the supremacy of law, says Newton. Wigs are so much a part of British criminal courts that if a barrister does not wear a wig, it is seen as an insult to the court. Yeah, whatever. I guarantee it started out with syphilis.
So
Why else would men wear wigs?
Why would they have so they just got these wigs sitting by the courthouse door. You pick up one and put it on your head when you walk in?
I think you probably have your own. You probably wear your own wig.
You take it home? Or
Yeah, you probably have your own, like special wig that you wear when you go to court.
And it's not like a lace front. It's not like nice. It's just it
Looks like
they
shit.
Just plop it on.
Yeah, like your regular hair sticking
Like a
out
hat.
underneath it. Yeah, it looks dumb.
It's like a hat.
Yeah. But England's got a lot of wacky things. Like they still have a queen over there. For
I
whatever
didn't
reason.
know. I heard that I heard somebody have a conversation. They were like, they feel like that a lot of British people are unattractive, and then they were saying that that's because way back in European history, there were inbred, like people used to inbreed.
For sure, the royals.
That's wild.
For sure. Yeah. There's a lot of images, like paintings of royal families from France and all over Europe where you see their like eyes a little too close together, they look a little wacky. Because they all fucked each other's like cousins, and because you had to like only use royal blood.
Wow.
Right? So
I had no idea.
Yeah, so if you had like a cousin, you had to fuck your cousin because you weren't allowed to fuck a commoner. It's wild shit. I think that wasn't that long ago people did that they believed in royal blood. Like, see if you can find some pictures of
royal
inbred.
blood.
There's a lot of pictures, like paintings of inbred royals.
Wow.
And they just look off. I have a friend who has she has a chocolate lab, and this dog's all fucked up. She got it from a puppy mill, and this dog's eyes are just way too close.
I was just talking to somebody the other day about cross-eyed dogs.
Well, this dog is not cross-eyed; they're just too narrow. Yeah. So see, look at that guy.
Wow.
100%.
Oh, Jesus
Like
Christ.
Yeah. These
He
people,
look like who?
They kept
Why
banging
is
their
Jane-
centuries of inbreeding among European royals caused the deformity known as Hasberg jaw. So they developed some crazy looking jaw. And it's just from centuries of fucking your family.
Wow.
Wild. Look at that. That is weird.
I would have to stop my cousin at the door like, do you see what we look like? Do you really want to make another one? You don't want to do this shit. Jesus Christ.
I know. I mean, like, how does that ever get filtered out? Like, you got to think, like, how much of that inbreeding shit, like, ruined generation after generation after generation.
Look at him right there with the wig on.
Yeah.
Looking like Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at this. Hasberg jaw. Why inbred monarchs didn't measure up as rulers? Well, probably because they're mentally challenged, right? I mean, if it fucks your face up like that, what's it doing to your brain?
But I know some regular people who look like that now.
Not that crazy.
Like, no, I'm talking about the nose and how narrow the face is.
Maybe, but I bet also, like, they're probably being nice when they're painting this, too.
They probably are. You're probably right. Because they would probably kill him if they made him look ugly.
Right. If they made them look like what they really looked like.
You think they look worse?
I think they
Probably.
look worse. Yeah. Yeah, because they're royals.
Probably.
So
They
where
probably
are they
don't
now?
even know what they look like. They died off, I'm sure. Those genes have died off for sure.
No, they
There
ain't.
probably
I know
is,
some,
like,
I
a
know
little bit
some
of it
long
left.
chin bitches like that. I don't know what you talking about. That shit ain't dead.
Well, there's long faces, but that's a particularly deformed face. You know? The whole idea of royals is crazy shit. But what's really crazy is that, I had this lady on recently, last week actually, who escaped North Korea. And it is a fucking wild podcast. She escaped North Korea when she was 13. She was a sex slave in China. And then she escaped from China and made it to South Korea and then made it to America. And it's a crazy fucking podcast. But what's crazy is that, like, there are royals right now. There's dictators right now in certain parts of the world. And that's happening right now in North Korea. But that was like how people lived throughout most of history. Most countries were dictatorships. Even like when people talk about Greece, like Greece was a democracy, sure, for a little while, then eventually became a dictatorship. And even when it was a democracy, they had slaves. They killed each other for random fucking reasons. The Romans did the same shit, and that eventually became a dictatorship as well. Like every fucking civilization up until the United States in 1776 had devolved into a dictatorship. That's why people are so worried about this country and the direction it's going. Because they're like, look, this could become a dictatorship too.
Yeah. That's why they scared of mass and fighting on planes.
People are just worked up. They're scared of masks and fighting on planes, things like the country is just, so many people have been out of work for like over a year or lost their jobs or lost family members or also just scared. So many people are just scared.
And they get back outside and they don't know how to fucking act. I got to tell you this. I was in Miami. You didn't go to Miami. No. So I'm in Miami and I'm just, because I flew during the pandemic and worked a lot. And so I'm at the Miami airport and starting to open back up. And I see this man. I was like, I just want to tell you hello. And he looked at me and he was like, I said, you don't know me. I said, look, I'm so happy this fucking pandemic is ending. I don't know what to do. I just want to hug every fucking body. And this white dude said, right on to your tribe, sister. I said,
tribe?
I said, I can't even fucking call him racist. I'm so happy to hear him.
Florida's a different race in and of itself.
What the fuck make you think I'm from a tribe, sir?
Right onto your tribe.
Me and my friend Quisha was out there. I said, he just thought I had a tribe. He said, we with your tribe. I said, all righty. Any time I'd be like, you racist son of a bitch. But I was so happy to see people. I said, fuck it. I'm going to go and get my rental car. I couldn't say anything.
Florida opened up earlier than any place, right?
Yeah.
Did they ever close?
Sort of for like a little while. And then the governor got on TV and made some actual valid points that you should be able to take your own risks and we should protect the older people, the people that are the most at risk and vaccinate them as quickly as we can. And before that, protect them from exposure and everybody else. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. He believes in freedom. it's weird watching so many people move to Florida. Like Florida was always a fucked up place that no one wanted to live. Like unless you were running from somebody that you like got divorced from in New York, nobody wanted to live in Florida.
I don't want to live in Florida. I just like Disney.
Disney's awesome.
Yeah.
Florida's not a bad place to live though.
It's too fucking hot.
It gets hot.
And they alligator walk around like motherfucking drug dealers.
That's an
I
issue.
can't. Fucking them alligators.
Alligator killed a baby at Disney World.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the pine. I remember
Yeah,
that.
we was not far from that resort. But
That's
it was
fucked.
it was kind. It's just alligators and those little. What's those little damn
Iguanas.
They just walk up the wall.
They're
Ain't nobody
everywhere.
screaming.
They're
And
not even little. They're big. They get to be like 5 feet long.
really?
Yeah, they hunt them now. There's all these videos on YouTube of people hunting iguanas and eating them, cooking them and eating them.
Oh my God! I was like, I couldn't. I can deal
Apparently
with
they're delicious.
roaches, but I can't deal with no fucking
Iguanas.
iguanas.
Worse than this. When it gets cold out, they freeze because they're a tropical animal, and sometimes Florida gets 30 degrees. So when it gets 30 degrees, they die. So they're hanging on trees, they die, and they knock people out because they fall frozen and land on people's heads. So these old people are walking around Florida, and a fucking falling iguana cracks them on the top of the head.
I like how you imitate shit. That family and the old people. I
Can you
like your
imagine
act
that's
out,
how you
too.
go? I've had a nice life. You get KO'd by a fucking iguana. That's what takes you out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before COVID.
And the iguanas, just like the reptiles that they have, all the shit that's in the swamps, like all the pythons and everything, it's all just people's pets. That's Florida people. They're so wild. They just had like pythons and shit, and they're like, oh, I'll throw it in the fucking swamp. No one will know. Meanwhile, now there's more pythons in the swamp than anything. They've killed all the mammals. There's like almost no mammals in the Everglades. They killed all the raccoons, all the marsh hares, all the deer. They did a survey recently of the Everglades where they were trying to find all these various mammals, and they said that they've been decimated down by a minimum of 90%. So 90% of, I think that was the number. See if you can find that. Like what percentage of mammals are missing in the Everglades because of the pythons? It's gotten so bad that pythons are eating alligators.
What?
There's a fucking picture of a giant python it died trying to eat a 12-foot alligator.
I think I've
so
seen
the
that.
alligator is breaking out of its body because like it's swallowing this thing whole, and this alligator's like, fuck you. And then,
Do it again.
Fuck you. Well, see, alligators can hold their breath for fucking days. Like they could be underwater for hours.
And so the alligator just walked up out his ass.
Well, he's like fighting through, and he burst
still
through the
alive.
thing's side. So they're
Wow.
both dead. They're both dead trapped in this water. Here, look at this. Yeah, 99. Okay, I